Hello and welcome to The Verdict here on the club's official YouTube channel. Blues have been defeated on home soil by 2-1 against Bolton Wanderers in the Sky Bet Championship. Bolton were ahead as early as the 12th minute when Jermaine Beckford capitalised on a misjudgment from Dan Burn to put the ball beyond Darren Randolph, and it was Randolph who was perhaps at fault for Bolton's second goal. Former Birmingham City midfielder Neil Dan's capitalising to make it 2-0. Nikola Zigic pulled one back after coming off the bench, but it provided a hectic finish, but Blues just couldn't quite find the elusive equaliser. Watching the game for Blues player in the commentary box was former Blues defender Michael Johnson, and he joins us now. And Jono, a really deflating defeat, very frustrating today at St Andrews.
Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth. Deflating it was. Not a lot in the game, and you're right, we gifted them the game, and it's two big errors. Unlike the players, I must say Dan Burns has been terrific. But today he'll be disappointed with the performance himself, especially the goal. And Randolph, I think, has been fantastic. One of the games I thought, he earned us the points. But today, the second goal, I'm sure he'd have thought but he should have dealt with that better. He should have really punched it if he couldn't catch it.
And after 3 straight home victories and 3 very, very impressive home victories, is it perhaps a surprise?
Yes, it is a surprise. We have to earn the right first and foremost to beat any team we play against. But a struggling Bolton team, coming here on the back of 3 glorious wins for Birmingham, you'd have thought that the odds would have been stacked in our favour, but it wasn't to be today. And when you consider now we've got the 2-week break as well, which is a bit of a killer as well. It's a bit of a hard one to take.
Yeah, and the second goal, Darren Randolph has been so comfortable, as you mentioned, all season. I think that's probably the first mistake he's made for Birmingham City, but when you're a goalkeeper and you make a mistake, normally it leads to a goal.
Yeah, it's led to a goal, and he'll be the first one to hold his hands up, but hopefully they'll bounce back. That's the real test of the character, test of a sports person, is how you now bounce back. We've all made errors. And the quicker we could have got a game in and try and get them out of your mind would have been better. But that 2-week window is a little bit more of a killer now. It'll be a bit of an atmosphere around the training ground. So Lee Clark's got a big job on his hands now to get the boys revved up again.
Lee was very quick to change things, wasn't he, in the second half? Brought on Nikola Zigic and Lee Novak to go to a straight 4-4-2, a lot more direct. Did that work for you?
I thought it caused a lot more problems. The worrying thing for me was the quality of our ball in that final third. Chris Burko, I think, is a magnificent player today. At times when he got to the byline, his final ball was lacking. Callum Riley, at times, usually so quality. What comes from his feet was lacking at times, and that would have been a big worry for Lee Clark. That final ball in that final third wasn't quite there.
In the last few moments, there was perhaps a penalty decision that didn't go their way for a handball on Liam Feeney. What did you think of that?
I think it's an handball. I think if the hands are above the head, my first question would be why there. And also, once you see that ball going on that direction, if his hands wasn't there, that would have been going towards the goal. Would that have gone in? Nobody really knows. So for me, it's a deliberate obstruction. It should be a penalty.
Having taken so many steps forward in the last few weeks, it's another one back for Lee Clark, and he'll be very frustrated, won't he?
He'll be very frustrated, even more so. It's on the TV cameras. The performance. I thought there wasn't a lot in the game, but I just thought that final third, that we were missing today, and also the mistakes were really costly for us.
Well, thanks, Jono, and we'll be back after the international break, where Blues travel to Leeds United in the Sky Bet Championship.